Hi, welcome to Minecraft Survival. This isn't really a survival per se, like I'm not in survival mode today. I'm testing Ilmango's Trident, river biome Trident farm. I see a Trident right there. Can I have that? And so I just built a small one because somebody on the channel asked if it works in 1.14. Um, and I haven't built it in 1.14, so I just built a little one and I'm testing it now, and it looks like it's working. I've got two Tridents. I've been AFK for less than an hour, so it's working great. And even though I made a small farm, you know, the production's fine. I don't need double chests full of Tridents. You know, 10 Tridents, it would be more than I would ever use probably in the whole life of my world. So I'm sure I'll get many, many more than that out of this farm. Let's take a look at it. So the sun just came up. I'm just going to fly around. Forgive me. I'm in creative, but I think it'll make it easier. Maybe I'm not. Oh, I'm not. Okay, sorry. I was wondering why I wasn't going up. So I shifted over into survival just to check it out. Fortunately, I put some elytra on. So here's the farm, and it might be easier for me to showcase it if I go into creative. But it looks just like the last one that I built, the one that I built in 1.13.2. I built that one in survival mode. So it's for sure definitely doable, not a problem to build it. It just really, honestly, it just grunt work. So if you want a Trident farm, you can certainly build one. Just make yourself a bunch of slabs. So these are bottom slabs on the top of the farm. The farm is about 20 by this here is bigger. Sorry. Let's go down here. This water part here is roughly 20 by 30. And you can see that it's, you know, it's not a square, obviously. It's following the river below. And then I just built the platforms, you know, around it. So here's how I laid it out. I was in creative so I can use glowstone. I went down here and I just found the general outline of the river. The sand here is from where I was drop testing when I was building the roof. I was dropping sand down to make sure I had the outline of this thing right from up there. So anyway, the glowstone here is outlining all river biome. It's all river biome in here, and it's, like I said, it's really more like 18 by 27 or something like that. It's not that big. And then I decided I would do that and then put the turtle egg on this side. So when we go up top, you'll see what I mean. So then this rectangle here is just where I did I did a platform. This is the size of the platform I decided to build around the water part of the farm so that I could go up and build it. And then I just towered up to Y250. So I went all the way up to Y250, and I started building. So I laid out a platform, and I did the initial platform. I just laid it out in dirt. So I came up to here and I laid it out in dirt, the same size as what you saw below. And then I went around and I punched holes in it. So I took found the corners of the farm and I punched holes in the dirt and I dropped sand down and to make sure that I was over the where I thought I was, and that's why all the sand was on top of the glowstone down there. So I went all the way around and I got the outline of it that way. Then I put glass around that. So I had punched all those holes that showed me the outline of the water, and then I put glass around that, and then I filled in the dirt. Then I went down and I went down 50 blocks. So I was at Y250. I came down 50 blocks, and it actually brought me down to about here. And let's see if I can do a time set day so you can see what's going on. So that brought me down to here. I built all this out of dirt initially, and then I went back up on top and I dropped sand from there down to here to duplicate the outline of the river down here. So once I had done that, then I built this up high enough to put some fence gates on it. So I put fence gates, and then I broke out the bottom 2 layers of glass here because I want them to drop down onto the platform I mean. So I had my fence gates in, opened all my fence gates. Then when I was done with that, I went up to the top again, and I filled in all the holes right for the dirt. And then I just dumped water. I filled that outline, that glass outline up here, filled it up with water. Then I broke out the dirt, and that let the water flow all the way down, and it matched up perfectly. So that was real nice. I was real happy about that. The first time I built this farm, I did it the hard way for sure. I got it done, but it was a whole lot harder than doing it this way. So it matched up perfectly, dropped down on top of the fence gates, and I had built both platforms out of dirt. So I just came down and I broke out the dirt here. And I don't know why I forgot, but I was going to make this out of glass instead of bottom slabs. Be sure to use glass or bottom slabs because you don't want anything spawning on this platform. This would be an awesome mob farm platform. It's huge, and if you make it out of top slabs or a full block, you're going to have a whole lot of other things besides drowns up here. So make it out of bottom slabs or make it out of glass. Since I had forgotten, I just popped in a piece of glass here and a piece of glass right there. Put the trapdoors on them, so there's a 2-block gap between these trapdoors. The drown think that they can walk on that and they fall into the chamber down there. And then I've got my AFK platform down there where I can whack them. Put the egg at their feet. You can try to put it up higher if you like, but it's really no safer than putting it down here. They're going to fall in. They're not going to jump over this gap. Just make sure you have glass around it, too high all the way around it, so that they don't step up over the glass and jump on top of the egg. And make sure that this down here, this chamber, is empty, right? That there's no glass that they can stand on and jump up on top of that egg, or you'll lose your turtle egg. So that's that. And let's see, I wanted to say, what else was I going to say? There's something else about this. Oh yeah, you can make this a lot bigger if you want, and you probably get more drown that way. What I learned when I did my survival build of this farm is that you want to make sure that they don't drop down more than 24 blocks away from that turtle egg. So if you count from where they drop down onto the platform, it has to be within 24 blocks of that egg, or they won't see it. They'll just stand around out here on the perimeter, and you'll have to come out and push them towards the egg or whack them. That would determine the size of your platform. And the same thing out to the sides. You don't want to be more than 24 blocks away. I would say go maybe 20 blocks just to be safe. Go 20 blocks and make that the size of your farm, and you'll get a really good production off of a farm that size. There's no reason to make it any bigger. So then let's take a look here. So we did our AFK platform down here, and by the way, I can do a build of this, where I kind of walk through the build with you. I just wanted to do a test today to see if the farm was even going to work before we went down that road. So now that we've verified that it works, we could consider doing a build for people who are interested in seeing a step-by-step build. And I'm still figuring out the most efficient way to build it, but I have a few things, a few tricks, a few ideas that might be helpful to you. So then they're going to drop down onto these slabs, and I wanted to set it here so that the babies can't come through, right? So this is a half block tall, so the baby zombies can't jump out of there. And then I want to be able to get up close enough to whack them without them being able to look me in the eye. So the big ones can't for sure, The babies, if I get up really close, can see me. If I stand back, usually I'm out of line of sight. So the trick is to get close enough that you can reach all the way to the back, and but far enough away that nothing can see you, especially if they've got a trident, because they will throw it at you. One other thing to note, I learned this the hard way. Since you're swinging this sword, for one thing, you can put an auto clicker on here, which is what I did. So I just set up an auto clicker. I get myself in position, and I just turn on the auto clicker, and now I'm not even touching the mouse. My auto clicker is going to do the work for me. That's great, but remember that when you're in survival, swinging a sword takes energy. So you can't just like turn this thing off, turn this thing on, and then go to sleep for the night, and because you'll starve to death. So unless you have a mod, or you have like in your single player world, or a mod on the server that you're playing on that will feed you, you need to check back in once in a while, like I would say once an hour, and make sure that you don't, see if you need to eat. Keep yourself fed. The other thing I would recommend is put an AFK chest up here, and put all your valuables in the AFK chest before you turn this into AFK mode, because I have been speared before with tridents, and I've lost my stuff that way too. So put your stuff away, your valuables away, before you go AFK. And if you're really paranoid about losing your stuff, you can probably set something up so that you're standing on a hopper here that goes into a chest, so that if you do die, if you're lucky, everything will fall into the hopper, and when you come back, you'll find all your stuff in your chest. You see how that baby ran towards me? It's because he saw me, but now that he's up close, he can't see me. So that's that part. And oh yeah, the roof. I wanted to mention the roof, so let's go up and take a look at the roof. So you want to get the light levels down in the farm, and I didn't have to make this roof as big as I thought I would, but I counted out from the edge of this glass right here, and I think I went out 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I did the same thing on this end. I think I came out 10. So I tried 5, and it was probably dark enough, but I just wanted to make sure that when I'm inside the water here, if I do an F3, look at the light level, see where it says client light? It says that I have 1 sky and 0 block. So it's nice and dark inside this water. That's good spawning conditions. So you'll want to make sure that you leave enough of an overhang to keep it dark inside the farm. 5 out from the edge would be a minimum, I would say, and you can just check the light levels for yourself. I decided to go 10. And again, bottom slabs, right? All these slabs, these have to be slabs, can't be glass, right? You don't want to let the light through. So they have to be slabs, they have to be bottom slabs, so that this doesn't become a giganto mob spawning platform. And with that said, you can do whatever you want with the AFK. You can build a nice elevator to bring you up here, and build yourself a nice little room for AFKing, put some chests in there for storage. You're going to get a lot of zombie flesh out of this, so have some storage or have some way to dispose of it, and you're good to go. So if you like this, I hope you liked it. Click the like button. That really helps me out, helps out the channel, keeps me motivated. I am more than happy to answer any questions that you might have. And if you want to be notified of future videos, you don't want to miss future videos, I got a lot of good content coming out. Click the subscribe button and click the notification bell, and that way I can let you know when I come out with something new. So I'll put some end cards up. And I also I have already done a showcase of my survival farm, so that'll be in one of the playlists, in the Mob Farms playlist. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.